Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for die-hard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, and if you thought that it was funny as hell that Corey Coleman used Hard Knocks to get off of the Browns, make sure that you like this video. Don't forget to check our store for merchandise, and don't forget that I'm doing the 3,000 subscribers Madden 19 giveaway. All you have to do is subscribe, comment, and share this post. So I wanted to discuss the players whose stock rose and whose fell after the preseason game against the Cowboys. So there's some players that I noticed that are trending up. The first player is Andrew Billings. I like to call him Big Bills, and Billings was just a monster in this game. And although Frederick wasn't in, Billings flashed the potential that made him considered by most to be a first rounder in the 2016 draft. And he played so good that the coaches stated that he wasn't just another guy across from Geno, just like his predecessors have been. He was pretty stout against the run game and even a factor in the passing game. And Billings could be a monster with Geno this year and has a vice grip on that starting nose tackle spot. The next player I noticed was Jordan Willis, and not only did Jordan Willis wreak havoc for most of the game, he also led the team with 2 sacks. And I think Willis is definitely going to be getting some snaps this year on the outside. My next pick is Nick Vigil. Now this might surprise some of you guys because I've been pretty critical of Vigil in the past, but I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. And boy was I wrong, because Vigil looked very strong in coverage this year as well as tackling in the Cowboys game. His instincts were spot on. John Brown is next on the list after nailing that 55-yard field goal and also made the rest of his kicks as well. And after him, I've got Billy Price because he's actually allowed 0 pressures in terms of blocking for the quarterback. And Kivari Russell has turned in yet another solid performance. So there were some that were worried about the secondary after Dre Kirkpatrick and William Jackson III and Darqueze Dennard, but Kivari Russell has definitely stepped up. Not surprising. He was pretty good a couple years ago when we brought him in, but still, that has to be said for. And then there's also Sam Hubbard, who was dominant and had a strip sack in this game. And Hubbard is just doing his thing, and he looks like he will be in for a decent year. I mean, he looks like he will be a part of that rotation. Looked very natural at the position. And Carl Lawson was just Carl Lawson. I mean, he's just a solid contributor from the edge rush position. And one person that stood out this week, obviously we had the news about George Iloka, and if you still want to check that out, be sure to check out my previous videos. But I also have Jesse Bates on here because he played well enough for the Bengals to move on from him. And if you watch the game, you would notice that he kind of was in the right place at the right time when it came to tackling. So I've got Jesse Bates on here. I've got Jake Fisher showing signs of life, mostly just due to Pro Football Focus. And also Alex Erickson. I mean, he's on here again. He's going to be a tough cut. It's never going to be easy to cut a guy like Alex Erickson for sure. Now it's time to talk about the players that I saw that were trending down. Bobby Hart, I think he took a step back this game, as well as Trey Hopkins. I think now Bobby's still probably going to hold on to his starting position because, you know, Cedric Ogbuehi is that trash. But Hopkins is looking like he could possibly lose that position to Alex Redmond, who also looked good in the Cowboys game. And another player I think that's trending down is Cody Core. I mean, the guy didn't even play in this game. I don't understand how that's the case. I think he was battling some sort of injury, but that's just another reason why Cody Core won't make this team. And although Auden Tate isn't necessarily trending down, I don't think he did enough to make an impact this week. And it's not cool for me to show favoritism, so I kind of keep it fair across the board. And obviously the trash man himself, Cedric Ogbuehi, who shouldn't even be on the roster, I think was, I mean, he's been trending down since, what, 2 years? I mean, is it really, when is he ever trending up? But you guys let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if I missed anybody. I felt like this was more so of a game where the depth kind of stood out. But as usual, I'll leave you guys with a who day, all day, every day. and especially on Sunday.